What is up, y'all? This is Isba here, Isba Sar, to give you his thoughts on WWE TNA head-to-head. First time ever. Gotta say, TNA did have the better show of the two. However, Raw tonight was also very good. And I do have to add, I marked out much more for Brett and Shawn, Brett and Vince than I did for anything that involved Hogan tonight. However, the Hogan stuff was a little better than I thought it was. Like, I knew it was going to be like this, but it was a little better than I thought it was going to be. Eric Bischoff actually was the real star of that promo, in my opinion. Now, the live Impact did not start off very well. Like the Terradome thing or whatever the hell it was, not very good. However, the Jeff Hardy appearance was amazingly like random. Like, I did not think he was going to be there, but he was. I guess he's signing with TNA, which is kind of a slap to face to Vince, I guess. But I don't know. Well, I don't think he's going to do that since he left WWE on a good relationship. But I guess he just wants to work again. I guess his reality show didn't pick up or something. Anyway, so that was a real shocker. After that, Nash informs us that Hogan is not alone when he's coming to the arena. So we automatically think, oh, it's going to be Scott Hall. Hogan, and then a limo pulls out, and it's Ric Flair. Jeff Hardy, I was shocked. Like, he'd mentioned something on his Twitter. I read anyway on a site that he might be going to the Impact Zone. So, like, I was sort of seeing, like, I didn't think it was going to happen since he's become loyal to WWE, but it happened. Rick, I was extremely shocked that he was there. Like, I knew that they had been hinting towards it, but I did not think it was going to happen. So. Anyway, that was a real shocker, and I must admit I did mark out when I saw both guys. I was shocked, but part of me did mark out too. However, Flair's appearance did nothing. Hardy's appearance did do something. He was involved with a little bit of sketches in between throughout the night, but Flair's appearance, he was just there randomly, and then he was there during the main event again randomly. But anyway. And then we got the Hogan promo with all the guys, all the NWO guys, Eric Bischoff. It was okay. It wasn't great. But Eric Bischoff, like I said, was the real star of the promo, and he came out and just said that we're doing this the whole new way, and then he tore up the run sheet, gave them a new run sheet. Thought that was very well done. The tag team women's match for the tag team titles was a decently good match. Like, it wasn't anything 3-star plus in my opinion, but it was something decent. And the title change though with Tara and ODB, I thought was stupid, very very stupid. And also, like I said, the X Division opener was a bad match. Well, not really, but just a horrible ending. It was fairly sloppy. There was nothing in there, and the ending was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. But anyway. That's only a little bit of the show, though. As the night progressed and we found out we were going to get AJ Angle tonight, that was great. The whole Mick Foley trying to get into the arena thing to see Hulk Hogan, that was okay. That was more well done than I thought it was going to be again. But I did think it took up. I didn't think that should have been what ended the night, personally. AJ and Angle, hell of a fucking match. I wouldn't say this is better than the match they had in October. And the commercial breaks did hurt it a little bit, especially the one that was right toward the end of the match. I didn't think that was necessary, but the match was amazing. Definitely an early match of the year candidate. This is like Cena versus HBK last year. It just came out of nowhere, but it's a very welcome surprise. I give the match 4.25 stars, and thus far, even though we're only like less than a week into it, this is my best match of 2010. So yeah, hell of a way to kick off the new year for TNA, and I do like this direction that they're going, like the way that they showed it in this broadcast. But I do think that Hogan is already showing that he was not worth the money. We'll see. We'll see how the rating is. Hopefully they did, since this was a good show for them to get a good rating for. They earned something good with this one. But I do have to also point out that the random appearances of some people like Val Venus and Orlando Jordan was just stupid. Like Flair, like I said, like it was shocking, but he was there for nothing. Jeff did serve a purpose since it looked like he got handed a contract in the envelope with Shannon Moore there. So Anyway, like I said, I'm weirded out. I do want to see where they go with this, but I'm really shocked that Jeff Hardy was there. Flair, but it was shocking, but still, but Jeff, I could not believe that happened. So anyway, over to Raw. Brett's promo to kick off the night with Shawn was awesome, and we saw Brett and Shawn hug in the ring. For those of us who've been following wrestling forever, we never in a billion years would have thought that that was going to happen. At the end of Brett's book, his exact words were, "I will never forgive Shawn and Hunter for what they did to me." And now we see Brett and Shawn hugging it out in the ring. Hopefully it's like that backstage. Hopefully they have made up. Two of the best ever. I do think that, like I've said before, that Vince and Shawn were in the right, but hopefully they have made up, which they probably have. Otherwise, probably Brett wouldn't have come back. And the end of the night promo with Vince, which I'll get to right now, might as well, was also very well done. You know, it looked like they were going to make up. They did. They hugged. And then Vince came with a low blow, and that's how they ended the show. Thought that was a very good way to end the show. Kept people interested, kept them wanting to see what's going to happen next week when Mike Tyson hosts. Tonight we also had a couple of good matches from the WWE. Nowhere near as good as the AJ Angle match, but the DX versus Jericho match was a very good match in my opinion. I'd put it about 3.5 stars area. I thought that the ending was very awesome actually. Like it was very, like with the exchanging of finishers and stuff like that. Then when Jericho put Hunter in the walls of Jericho, and then switching music from Shawn. That was great. I honestly thought the DX was going to lose tonight. That way they could have gone through the DX breakup thing that they've been sort of building to over the past few weeks. And this would have been a great night to do it. But anyway, still overall a real damn good match, really good match. And I'd say this was about on par with their match that they had at TLC. Maybe even a slight bit better, since I do like the fact that it was just one-on-one wrestling. Hornswoggle, that thing is stupid. I said that like time, but that was stupid. So anyway, I do not know why he's even there. Orton and Kofi had a better match tonight than the match at TLC, in my opinion. I thought that was a damn good match. The Legacy Orton stuff was very well done. The women's title is now up for grabs. They announced on TV Melina's going to be out for a couple months. I wish her the best. I am a Melina fan. I think she's really good. So, wish her the best, speedy recovery, all that stuff. Kicked off the night with a squash women's match, which I don't think they should have done. The Evan Bourne Sheamus thing I thought was great up until the match. Those guys could have had like at least 10-minute match. That could have been awesome, but instead we got just a squash, right? Like Evan during the start of the match was awesome. You know, he hit his shit, beat the crap out of Sheamus for like a minute, around a minute. Hit the shooting star, and I think everyone just like came out of their seat, like on the edge of their seat, like this far on their seat when they saw Evan hit the shooting star, and they actually thought he was gonna pin Sheamus in under a minute. We were gonna get Sheamus and Evan Bourne at the Rumble, which I thought would have been great, but of course he just squashes Evan, which isn't cool. You know, I love Evan Bourne. I wish they would. I didn't think that they were going to use him in the main event this soon. Like, yeah, I know he's been there for like a year and a half, but I said the same thing about Sheamus too. So you never know these days. So yeah, overall both shows were good. I did think, like I said, TNA came with it a bit more. They did have a lot of stupid shit on their show. And like I said, the Brett appearance did a lot more for me than the Hogan appearance did. But the AJ Angle match and the fact that I'm thinking of what they're going to do down the road, like I got real high hopes for TNA now. And overall, a great show. And I'm wondering if they're still going to do AJ Angle at the pay-per-view since they had it tonight. So overall, both shows came with it hard, I do have to say. Like I said, TNA just edged out WWE because of that amazing match. I do have to say, if not for AJ Angle, then WWE would have won. But AJ Angle came really, really hard with it. So overall, like I said, great showing by both companies. Hopefully both of them can keep it up, since Raw has been very lackluster in the past year, as we've all seen. And Impact has been very lackluster for the past 2 or 3 years. So hopefully we'll see something great this year. As far as I know, this is the only live Impact on Monday nights to date. I don't think it's going to be a regular thing, but if it does, then I really enjoyed going back and forth between the channels. It kept me interested in both shows. So anyway, great night to be a wrestling fan, and shout out to A Stone for that awesome thing with Brian Alvarez.